Hey there, Regina Anley here, and it is time for Tips and Tricks Tuesday. This week we are talking about AI authenticity. So it's all about creating content with AI that is actually yours and not AI's, right? So when we think about all of the people who are out there using AI tools, most of them still are using it improperly. And what do I mean by that? They're just typing in what they want without giving it any information. So we've talked in the past about, giving it a role and giving it some context, telling it what you want, telling it who you are. There's so many different ways you can create authentic content using AI. So I want to give you 3 tips today, 3 additional tips that might come in handy and you can try out this week if you're using AI to create content. So the first one is to use your favorite words or your expressions in the prompt itself. So if you're using tools like ChatGPT or Claude to create your content, these tools are starting to have memories, meaning they remember what you prompt, they remember what you said to them, they remember how you said it. That's actually a good thing if you want to talk in your authentic voice. So you can have the words that you use. So if you say, special sauce, or, there's some phrase that you use on a regular basis that you want in your content. I say awesome all the time. I don't know what it is. I just use the word awesome all the time. So AI now puts it in my content. Of course, a lot of times I end up taking it back out because there's just too many awesomes in there. But you get the idea that when you put it in the prompt and you talk like you to the tool, then it will give you output that talks like you as well. Now, the best way to do this, instead of typing in your prompt, speak your prompt. Now, I can't remember what it is on a Mac. I will look it up and make sure I get that to you. On a PC, if you hit the Microsoft key and the H key together, it will bring up a microphone. And you can actually just open up ChatGPT, Claude, and just talk and just tell it your prompt out loud. You just speak your prompt. That will get it in your voice because you're speaking it, not typing it. We type differently than we speak. So just remember that. So the way you type and the way you speak are usually 2 different things. So you want to do something a little bit different. You can use that voice prompt to actually create more of a unique, authentic voice coming out of AI. So the second one is to ask AI to mimic your brand personality in the tone. So now, if you aren't sure about what your tone is, you can always record you talking and have AI analyze it. And AI will come back and tell you what your tone is. Now, I always used to use a casual, friendly tone when I was typing in anything that I was doing. So I always said, please put this content, the output, in a casual, friendly tone. The funny thing was is that when I redid my voice version, my voice audio, and I went in and I had it analyze it, it kept coming back over and over again as authentically casual. And when I started telling it to use an authentically casual tone, guess what? The content that it was giving me was way more like exactly how I speak and how I type. So it was able to pick that up and it gave me that input. So if you don't know what your tone is, ask AI. If you've been using ChatGPT for any time now, ChatGPT has a memory feature in there. Just go back and say, based on what you know of me to date, tell me what my style is, my voice style is. And based on everything that you've typed in to date, it will give you a style. Now, it might not be 100% right. It all depends on how you've prompted and what you've put in there. But you can ask it to mimic whatever your style is. So if you want a humorous style, if you want a casual fun style, if you want a professional style, all you need to do is make sure you know what it is. It could be friendly, it could be nurturing, it could be, bold, it could be empathetic. It doesn't matter what your style is, your tone, your brand is. Just tell AI what it is, and it will give you that, because that's what its job is. Its job is to basically give you what you're asking for outside of hallucinations. Different story, different day. So the last one, the third one, is to inject some small, some small story or real experience into your AI generated content. So when you get your content back, read through it. Never, ever, ever, ever send out a piece of content that AI created without reading through it first. It might have bogus information in it. It might be completely wrong. It might be not in your voice at all. There's all kinds of different things that can happen. So always make sure you read it. And inside of that, with whatever little edits you might make, add some of you into the content. So add a couple lines that are relevant to whatever the post is or whatever your content is, that speak to maybe your story, or maybe a client testimonial, or a client case study, or something like that, something real that AI couldn't create. Inject something real. So those are 3 tips on how to be a little bit more authentic outside of the normal stuff that we talk about all the time. So add some favorite words and expressions. That's number 1. Tell AI to mimic your tone, whatever that tone is. And then when you get done and it creates the content, go back in and inject some of you back into that content, because you want to make sure that AI is accurately reflecting you and your authentic style. So that's what I've got for you this week. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments below. And if you want some help with this, we actually just created a brand new, it's a 5-day course, and it's delivered via email. And it's an AI content creation course. And the best part of it is, on, I think it's day 2, it actually teaches you how to do that audio voice file. It teaches you how to get your authentic voice out there. So, so if you're interested in that, just comment AI below, and I will put the link for that. I'll send you the link for that so that you can sign up for that free course. It's really easy peasy, easy to understand. You could do it on your own time. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.